What's up, Juventini? Alberto here, and I got all your Juventus news. We are going to talk about another potential return to Juventus, all right? And this time it's Douglas Costa. We'll take a look at the details. A done deal on a contract extension. We got Szczesny reaching a crossroads with Juventus, and the status of some of our players leading up to this Verona match. You guys know the drill. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. This is the AJC. Let's rock. First things first, big birthday shout out going out to Federico Chiesa, all right? And hopefully he could celebrate that birthday with a strong performance against Verona this weekend. If all goes according to plan through the week, he and Vlahovic are set to start from the first minute, and this will be huge for Juventus because make no mistake about it, Chiesa masks a lot of the deficiencies that take place in our midfield, all right? But once again, tanti auguri to Federico Chiesa. Make sure you get out there on social media and wish Chiesa a happy birthday, all right? Now, as far as the Calciopoli, Juve dropping its appeal yesterday, this thing has gone on for 17 years. You have fans on both sides of the fence, some saying, why are we giving this up? Just for the mere principle of the matter, and then the others that realize it is the resources, the time and money in a fight that just cannot be won, all right? So regardless of where you stand, it is over. It is done. Juve has renounced the appeal. But what's happening in the background is also interesting to keep tabs on, and that is Juve selling off assets. Well, not Juve, but the Agnelli family, Elkan and whatnot, selling off assets and properties, and one of them being Villar Perosa, where we have our summer match. For me, this all lines up with that cleanup, that financial cleanup, all the books, everything that's going on right now that is taking not just time, but resources, money being the main one. Fighting that fight in that appeal costs money, and it's cost a lot of money over the 17 years. They're finally putting an end to that and accepting the terms, all right? As far as selling off these other assets, for me, it's a continuation of everything they're doing with the team and Elkan, putting in a bond from Exor or whatnot to the team. I think, as far as I stand, this looks like they're cleaning everything up for that potential partner to come in and buy in. Of course, we'll know more as time goes on, but for me, looking at it from the outside in, that's what it appears to be, okay? And as far as wherever you stand on the Calciopoli appeal being dropped, look, we always know it's 38 and it was done sul campo. And to celebrate that, we got the new Sul Campo merch available in the store, and everything is 25% off for today and tomorrow. So make sure you check it out on our online store. Thank you to all those who've chose to support us through that method. Now we get to targets for Juventus. Still having Calvin Phillips' name around there, but nobody big coming in on that. We were still hearing Artur, potential return from Fiorentina. Nico Schira, hey, he's credible. He says no chance. Fiorentina doesn't want to return him, and furthermore, Juventus doesn't want him to return. So it's not happening, okay? As far as DePaul, he remains a concrete option according to sources, but nobody big. No Mirko, no Agresti, and no Schira actually weighing in on DePaul. As far as Samardzic goes, well, Schira was the one that said Juve was going to start talking with his entourage. We have gotten the news, not from Schira, but other sources, that it is a done deal as far as terms reach between Juve and the player, okay? But as far as the attack goes, and I still stand firm on my belief, we are bringing in a midfielder, but we're going to look for an attacker as well. Today, the news drops, and Mirko Di Natale says it is an actual option available to Juventus, and that is Douglas Costa's return. Apparently, he is free, as well as he is completely released from the LA Galaxy of MLS. So all you would have to do is work out a contract for him for the remainder of the season. As far as it stands with Costa and myself, look, this guy can't even stay fit when he plays FIFA on PlayStation, all right? So at this point, we're bringing it in. You're taking a complete flyer. It would be cheap, okay? And he's got incredible 1v1 abilities, a talented player, no doubt, but he could never stay fit, ever. And at this point, we're taking a shot on that. If he can't even stay fit, then I would rather just go with a young guy. We've got Yildiz lingering around. Play him. And this attack thing, are we bringing them in to continue with the 3-5-2? Are we going for 3 forwards, 3-4-3, 4-3-3? I would still potentially use Yildiz or Illing Jr. that's kicking around. Keane was great off the wing for PSG. If you're going to bring someone in that's injury prone, is it really worth bringing in the first place? I don't know. I've got mixed feelings about this because he's an incredible talent, but for me, he could just never stay fit. So I am going to say no, but you guys know the drill. How do you feel about this potential move? And I still stand firm that Juve is going to do some in the midfield and an attacker, but I have no idea who that attacker is going to be. Berardi name still lingers around, but that's going to take a splash, and I think Juve is going to splash in the midfield and look for some patchwork up top. But that's how I feel. You guys know the drill. Let me know in the comments section. Let's mix it up. Now we got a done deal on the contract extension for Federico Gatti. This comes to us from Nico Schira. It is all set and done until 2028. I have absolutely zero issues with this one. He will continue to grow with us and do a fantastic job. As far as Wojciech Szczesny goes, he reached his 200th clean sheet against Milan, but he is at a crossroads with Juventus. That is right. Juve has to decide if they are going to extend him and reduce the salary or if they are going to make a sale, all right? So if we look at this situation, for me, either way, Juve needs to usher in the next man, okay? And they need to figure out who that next guy is. They need to bring in a young goalkeeper and groom him up. So for me, whether it's Szczesny or Perin, you need to make a decision. I'm fine either way. We could sell Wojciech Szczesny, keep Perin around, and bring a youngster in to groom him behind Perin, because I believe the two of them are starting goalkeepers. But we do have to have that contingency plan there, okay? Based on when the contracts expire, we do have some time, but you still have to make a decision on one of these guys, for me, Perin or Szczesny. I'm fine either way you decide it, but we need to get that next young guy in and start grooming him up to be ready so that in a year's time, 2 years' time, he's our guy moving forward. That's how I feel. You guys know the drill. Let me know in the comments section. And Daniele Rugani, we're going to finish off with Daniele Rugani. He has been solid for a couple of years now, and I've been waving the flag hard for Daniele Rugani, saying that, you know what, I have no problems when he's been called in. Well, in the past 2 years of appearances for Rugani, I believe there's only been one goal conceded against Juventus in matches that he is involved in, and that is spectacular. There are also rumors that maybe, just maybe, he is starting to want more time. So we got to talk about this, and do you give Daniele Rugani more playing time now based on the run that we're on when he is on the pitch? For me, honestly, I don't have a problem with it if we start to rotate him. And again, what do we always talk about at Juventus? Competition for positions. It is not a bad thing when you have plenty of guys in form or plenty of options at positions. And I've been saying, based on what we're seeing, even through one competition, guys having a good performance and an absolutely off performance, keep it rotating. Keep the guys fresh and keep them rolling. I know everybody talks about chemistry and playing game in, game out and whatnot, but I think we're starting to see, especially on the left side with Cambiaso and Kostic, that just rotate them with who's hot at the moment and who's going good. Last match, I thought Kostic was very poor. Cambiaso came in and looked like the Cambiaso at the start of the season. So just keep it rolling. Rugani, I'm fine if he needs more minutes, all right? And Gatti, even Danilo could potentially rotate with him. But Bremer for me is the lock. And this is interesting because on the last podcast, a couple of fans came out and said that they've been disappointed in Gleison Bremer. Let's talk about the defense today in the comment section, everybody. Is anybody else out there disappointed in Bremer since we brought him in? I don't feel that way. But Rugani, I think Rugani could be due for some more minutes, all right? Let's talk about it. That wraps up your daily update. I'll be back tomorrow with another one. You guys know the drill. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let's mix it up in the comments, and I'll be back tomorrow as always, no matter what. Fino alla fine. Forza Juve. Ciao tutti.